This is not financial nor professional advice. This video is for entertainment only. Hey everyone, I thought today I would talk about a subject I haven't gone into very much because of market conditions, but it's time to talk about growth stocks, my favorite. And how can you talk about growth stocks without talking about Tesla, which is sort of the all-time growth stock? This 1.1 trillion market cap company is set to become, I believe, about a $5 trillion market cap company, and it will be the first to do so. It reminds me of Apple in its early days, and it's still early days for Tesla, believe it or not. They have two new gigafactories coming online this year, one in Germany and the other in Austin, Texas. And they're just pumping out cars, and they can't pump them out fast enough. And I think it, again, presents a solution to the problem that oil is very high priced, and we need to have a more economical solution and a more environmental solution, more importantly, perhaps. But I think Tesla offers this. Tesla's at about $1,080 right now. Its price to earnings, its forward price to earnings is somewhere around 100. Okay, and that sounds high, but it used to be in the thousands. And they continue to drive their deliveries higher and higher. And so I don't think that's really such a worry. The most important statistic with Tesla is their unbelievable growth rate of over 50%. I think it's something like 52%. So we have a winner here. This is something you can hang on to. I hang on to it, but I trade in and out of it based on its movements, because it likes to jump up a couple hundred points at a time, or at least 100 points at a time sometimes, and it likes to go down sometimes 100 points or more at a time. And so I just play the jumps and the decreases, and I think I come out ahead on that. And so it's been to my advantage. When I'm wrong, when I think it's going to go down and it instead goes up, I always punish myself. I punish myself by making myself buy more shares than what I sold previously. For example, if I sold it at 1,000 and then it goes up to 1030 or something, and I can see that it's going to be driving higher, I forced myself to double the amount of shares I was going to buy. So it ends up being a net benefit. And it teaches me a lesson to quit doubting Tesla, which I'm still prone to do, and I don't know why. It must go back to my childhood. But wait, that's my psychology fitting in somehow. Another growth stock that I like that's been taking off is Broadcom, Broadcom. And they describe themselves as doing semiconductor solutions and infrastructure software. This is sort of an old-time company. You know, it helped this thing that really seemed to take off. I think they call it the internet or the interweb or something like that. But it seems like that thing really did take off. But the price action has been really good lately. They're still somewhat undervalued. The price is around $627. It's probably worth somewhere around and should be valued at like $680. So it's a little bit undervalued. It has a good growth rate of 25%. And I think the time is right. It's in the NASDAQ 100, of course. It's like the 9th largest company on the NASDAQ. So I think this is another good, solid company. There isn't too much brain power with it. I just like the price action on it. I bought it for somewhere around 600. So it's taken off for me a little bit already. And I think there's more to come. And I think as long as the interest rates don't go above 2.5%, I think it's good to grow. And I'm going to be talking about this inversion mania everybody's so worried about, and how that's probably overblown and not to be worried about, at least for a while. Broadcom's symbol is AVGO, and its price to earnings is around 19, which is very reasonable for a growth stock. So it makes sense that it is undervalued. And for those who like a dividend, it pays a decent dividend of about 2.62%. So this is an easy one. I like the price action. It's been going up for me lately, and I think the time is right. This is what I would call a conservative growth stock. I don't think you have to worry about the jumps too much. I think it's kind of a steady performer, and it'll kind of continuously go up for what I expect a fairly long time. My favorite of these three growth stocks, well, I don't know. I like each of these stocks in different ways, but I guess I like this stock. It's probably the most speculative, but I think maybe it has just as much growth potential as Tesla, and that's saying something. But it's called Digital Turbine. Its symbol is APPS, APPS. And it helps new users of Android phones pick out apps for their Android phone. And they also own 3 advertising agencies for Android phones. And they bought those for like $900 million total. And so, and they're just churning out money, okay? The reason the stock is down is because of that $900 million that they borrowed. It's about a 4.3 billion market capitalization stock, and its price to earnings is around 20, which again is reasonable for this type of growth stock. But especially when you look at their earnings growth rate is 55%. I mean, that's outdoing Tesla, and I seldom run into a company that has more of an earnings growth rate than Tesla. Now, the thing with this company, and I think that loan does weigh on them, but I think this is a matter of timing. This stock is going to have its day and it's going to go forward. It's just when is it going to do it? I've owned it in the past when it was in the 70s, and then I sold it before it went down. But it went down into the 30s, but now it's coming back on an upswing, and the market seems to want to go up for now. And I think someday we're going to have a moment with this stock where the earnings growth rate is so impressive, and it continues to impress, that the brokerages and major corporations will be forced to buy it. They won't be able to resist. So those are my 3 growth stocks for the moment. I'll be back with more stocks and different kinds of picks for the future. I have some interesting ones that I think you want to keep track of. So I will see you in the future. Thank you very much for watching and listening. It means a lot to me. Be sure to like and subscribe so that you receive future notifications. And good luck with your investing. And God protect Ukraine, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.